What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So today we're going to take a look and listen to Representative Kaptur. She's going to be talking about Social Security reform. She's going to be talking about expanding Social Security. Now, what's important about Representative Kaptur is she was there back in 1983, the last time they reformed Social Security. So she has been watching this this whole time, okay? And so now we're going to hear what she has to say about reforming Social Security and the reason why she supports the Social Security 2100 Act. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, and then click all. By clicking all, you'll get notified anytime we post a video. We do daily videos here, so by clicking the bell notification, clicking all, you should be getting updated every day. And just a reminder, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. And you can also show support by joining our membership. You can click the join button below. It'll get customized emojis as well as custom badges. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to take a look and a listen to Representative Kaptur talking about Social Security reform. Here we go.
But we're here tonight because without action by this House leading, that promise is at risk. Like my colleagues, I represent probably over 150,000 retirees, a majority women, in Northwest Ohio, who want to see responsible solutions to protect Social Security going forward. And for Ohio, that includes eliminating the windfall penalty. I agree with Congressman Larson. The billionaire class must join the vast majority of Americans in paying their fair share into this critical system. Yes, it's a retirement system, but it's also an insurance system. It's a disability system. And it's a survivorship system for children. By making this happen, the Social Security 2100 Act, championed by Congressman Larson, will increase benefits for current and new beneficiaries. It will protect retirees against inflation and repeal the windfall elimination provision once and for all. The Social Security 2100 Act is one of the most important bills before this Congress, and we must push the leadership for a vote on this House floor as soon as possible. It impacts 68 million beneficiaries. Already, there are 184 House co-sponsors of this bill, and Speaker Johnson could move this bill for the floor for a vote tomorrow. Additionally, the Social Security Fairness Act has 319 bipartisan co-sponsors, more than 2/3 of the chamber, and they can't get a vote. It's stopped up in the leadership. America made a promise to workers, and Democrats are committed to making good on that promise. I'm the granddaughter of immigrants who worked at the lowest wage and worst jobs. First fired, last hired. They simply could not have existed if it were not for Social Security in their retirement years. The same was true for our parents. You see, Social Security is not just a program. It is a trust, a sacred trust, and that trust is intergenerational. I may be the only member here this evening who was present in the 98th Congress in April of 1983 to vote for the refinancing of Social Security Title II for the next generation. Among the most critical votes I ever cast, and I remember it to this day, as we stood on this floor and we cheered. That vote was extremely important because it refinanced Social Security for the first time in a generation. It left some work undone, which we must repair, but it resulted from a brokered compromise between Republican President Ronald Reagan and House Speaker Tip O'Neill. They knew how to compromise. Now Congress must meet its responsibility to do the same for this generation and those that follow. I want to make sure that we place in the record information about that brokered compromise and also reports from the U.S. News and World Report and other materials that attend to that extraordinary moment in history. Let's get the job done. we ask Speaker Johnson to bring up H.R. 2100 for a vote. And I want to thank Congressman Larson, Congressman Neguse, Congressman Cartwright, who are here this evening as part of this important messaging to the American people to say the time is now. Bring up H.R. 2100. Thank you for your extraordinary, persevering leadership.
Okay, so that was Representative Kaptur talking about Social Security reform and demanding a vote for the Social Security 2100 Act. So it's very interesting. She was there back in 1983. So 1983 was the last time they made any changes to Social Security, okay? And she called it refinanced Social Security. That is also when they raised the full retirement age from 65 to 67, okay? It was gradual, but that's when they voted to do that. So this is going to be the first time that we see a reform. Hopefully we'll see it in the very near future, but the first time that we've seen a reform since 1983. And so obviously it's well overdue. They need to make these changes. And the fact that you have a good proposal that's out right now with the Social Security 2100 Act, that's great. And that's why we need to support these proposals that are out there that are looking at expanding Social Security. Because if we're not supporting that, then guess what? You're going to have these lawmakers come up with something else. And one of the things that they've already talked about is raising the full retirement age and then making some cuts to Social Security. So you have to get out in front of it and say, no, this is what I support. I support this, or I support Senator Bernie Sanders' $200 raise for Social Security. So all of this is important. So hopefully we'll see some action. She talked about the vote count. Right now there's 184 members in the House that support the Social Security 2100 Act. They need about 218. Well, they need at least 218 in order to pass it through the House. So they still have a road to climb. Now, when she talked about the Social Security Fairness Act, that eliminates weapon GPO. That has 314 supporters. It's 314 in the House. So they're well over. They could call a vote tomorrow and they can eliminate weapon GPO. So we'll have to see what they do with that. I followed that. I actually showed you guys a proposal, or I showed you the proposal a couple of weeks ago. And so you can check that video out. But when it comes down to it, things need to change when it comes to Social Security. They need to make some reforms. And so hopefully we'll see some movement in the very near future. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please make sure you go over to our petition, change.org petition, sign the petition. I'll have the information it'll be pinned. It'll be in the comment section. It'll be pinned at the very, very top. So that's all I have. Thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.